Okay, starting the stream. This stream is dedicated to people who should be going to bed, but instead choose to stay up later to watch Minecraft streams. If you're one of those people, welcome to the stream. I hope you stay for the entire time. Oh, hi, Brock. How are you? Hi, Adam. Imagine seeing you two here. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it is a nice night. I'm glad you could stick around for a very long time. Don't feel, any pressure at all to stick around to support me at all. You can leave right now if you want. It isn't funny. In that case, good night, Jen. You sleep very well. You know what? Can you change the name of a stream while you're streaming? Let me see. Okay, I updated the name of the stream. Did it take effect? I mean, it's just for you. Now the name of the stream makes zero sense, although that is kind of funny too. I'll let you go on one condition. Um, just predict what you think I might be doing for the rest of this stream, and if you get it right, I'll let you go. Good night. How did you know? How did you know that during the stream I'm going to be placing light blue stained glass? Good night. I bet she would have stayed if I had 100 subscribers. Hmm? Hmm? Oops. In fact, that I'm pretty sure I heard her say that if I had 10 million subscribers, she would have stayed. That's why anyone who's watching this currently during the stream or in the future needs to help me reach my quota, my nightly quota by tonight of 10 million subscribers. Just go over there and smash that subscribe button. Have your siblings smash the subscribe button. Your dog, your cat, your grandma and grandpa. Channel the spirits and also conjure up your past ancestors to hit the subscribe button and to like and comment below. Wait. Stop so you can sub again. Well, that would be I think that happens. I think Tommy in it said it like sometimes YouTube will do this glitch where it unsubscribes you, so go down and make sure you're still subscribed. Um, he's at a point where he has so many subscribers, he doesn't even need to say subscribe. He needs to point out a YouTube glitch that unsubscribes his subscribers, so he needs to keep them subscribed. I think he has like 10 million subscribers. You know what? There is a YouTube glitch for me too. For any of you viewing, there's this glitch where you've happens where you've never subscribed, and therefore it says you need to you have the option to subscribe, and so you need to click on that subscribe button. You know, it's a glitch in itself that you have not subscribed. That's what I mean, and you can overcome it by. Oh my goodness. But no, I really am kidding because if you're gonna subscribe based on a stream where I'm placing the remaining 30,000 shulkers of light blue stained glass, then you must really like light blue stained glass. I'm pretty sure no one from my server would be, besides you, Adam, would be watching this anyway. So keep on smashing that subscribe buttoning and then unsmashing it and smashing it and re-smashing it. Only that worked. Light blue stained glass is the best block in this build so far. Even better than this oh wait. Oh, I haven't even placed the blue concrete yet. Never mind. Yes, it is. Yes, it is the best block in this build so far. You are very literally correct. Hmm. Maybe I should call this the pettiest stream ever. I wonder if anyone has actually started live streaming just to guilt trip one of their friends into staying up for a few minutes longer because they've started live streaming. It was so evil, wasn't it? It was so. I had to. Oh my goodness. The worst. Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, I don't have a chat toggled off. Oh, there you go. Oh, golden carrots. Then again, I think that sometimes watching someone place 30,000 blocks of light blue stained glass can be more enriching to your lives than looking at public Minecraft server general chat. I'm not saying entertaining, I'm just saying more entertaining than some of the idiocy in chat. Maybe I should tell people on the server that I'm streaming. Hmm. What do you think? Oh no. Like actually, out on my walkway up top are all the shulkers of light blue stained glass I got. Hmm. Uh, guilt. No one's going to be guilted by me to coming here unless they're, rock. uh, hmm. I'm gonna even build a death message as off. Whoops. I should let people know that I'm live streaming. You know what? I think I'm going to. Let's do that. How could anyone turn down an amazing pitch like that? Light blue stained glass. Who's this filter having it? Oh yeah, this one. Oh, who would have thought? Oops. It lags rendering in when I come back. Yeah, it's like a million fun times a million. Or if you find it painful, it's painful times a million. It would be so funny if after that pitch, even a single person came to watch the stream. Oh my gosh. Do you have do you have Light Matica, Adam? Which is this? You don't really do many. You don't do any designs in creative. You just freehand all your stuff in survival. Have you ever designed anything in creative? Hmm. Yeah, I understand. I used to do almost all my stuff in survival, but ever since I started doing things where it's just, well, you know this, started doing things with a lot of height, or just that it would be hard to build in survival due to not having claim plan. I'm doing a lot of my stuff in creative. But for this one, it was just the sheer size of the castle that I built it in creative first. Well, most people are too lazy to design their own castle, including building it in survival. Probably said, "Oh, I want to make a castle" 80 billion times and then just not done it. Ugh. The only real reason I really started on it was starvation. Uh, to take my mind off things. Starving for sweets, cakes, ice cream, pie, fizzy, sugary sodas, donuts, fruit, fresh berry fruit tarts, root beer floats, sundaes, punch, cotton candy, lollipops. There needs to be some powerful reason to design your own castle in the end. Because if you separate this castle, it's just 50 different builds. That's why people don't make castle-sized castles. It's just that it's the work of an entire city. But even worse, you don't get to put it where you want. You have to fit it into a castle shape. So it's even harder than making a city. By the way, Adam, need any help with any of your builds? Needs, let's say, any raw materials like bookshelves? You sure about that? You waiting for some update as a convenient excuse to hold off a big ongoing project? Uh-huh. Yeah, I believe that. It's a good thing then that this server is so prompt to follow the updates. Hashtag sarcasm. We haven't gotten the copper golem yet. We haven't gotten the the chest. Really want the what I really like are the oxidized chains. That'll be so nice. What would make me a believer is making happy gas horse speed. Wouldn't that kind of be fun? Some happy gap horse speed is kind of randomized. You might get a good happy gas, or you might get a really fast one. But I feel like they should be the speed of horses rather than the speed of slime going through cobwebs. Yeah. I think that's what get me to be a believer in these updates. Like, not just I like the updates, but an actual believer in them. If they were to listen to the comments that everyone's putting down of saying, just make the happy gas a decent speed. Who is online right now that's not AFK? There's Tall, Jeff, Emmy. You know what can be considered rude? Sending a random teleportation request to somebody without explaining why you want to TP to them. Just out of the blue. Yes. Who'd ever do such a thing? What would be even more horrifying is if you'd accept not knowing that that person is live streaming and anything they're doing at that very moment when you TP to them is going to be uploaded to YouTube. That'd be a pretty horrible thing to do, don't you think? Maybe I shouldn't have warned people that I'm live streaming in chat. Here's a fun fact about the ignore list. If you ignore somebody, they can't see your messages. So if you see someone talking in chat, then they haven't ignored you. think that's good. If you want to ignore someone they can't see and you ignore them, they also can't see what you're saying. That kind of makes sense, don't you think? Will anyone fall for an unsolicited TP request? Mm, I'm not gonna push my luck. I'm just kidding, stream. I actually pretty good on pretty good terms with Whistle Jeff and Emmy. Look about Emmy on my last stream and what we built together. That Button Valley. And I also showed a little around her base. But as for Jeff, here is his beautiful base. What I like is that he actually always names his iron golems that randomly appear. John Cena, Killer Kowalski. Oh my god. Okay, with Greg. With Butcher. That's a good one. Hmm. Wonder if is he AFK or is he actively building? Yeah, I like this base. Just little touches like these. Like that little bit of ore right there. Not many people try to do anything with deep slate iron ore. It's good. And then I never thought someone would be bold enough to try to build a base in a savanna. But this one is actually very fitting for it. New flowers actually look really good with it too. That one isn't named. Oops. Mm. No. To make it easier to differentiate where it is and where it isn't. The light same blue stained glass that hasn't been placed kind of like looks like the light blue stained glass that has already been placed. I bet there's a setting I can change to make it so that the glow isn't blue, light blue, like light blue stained glass. Though I might be fooling myself, trying to convince myself there's a faster way to place 50,000 blocks of light blue stained glass. Yes. If anyone is here, uh, actually don't see if anyone is watching this stream. I only know you're here if you say something in chat. So if there is anyone here now or in the future, welcome. Welcome to the stream called Why You Should Not Call in Sick to Work. It used to be why you should call in sick to work, but um well things changed. Should not call in sick to work. Should go to bed on time. You should have live a healthy lifestyle. Whatever. Plus Minecraft. Balanced diet. All that, you know. I'm not sulking. You're sulking. You're the only one watching the stream according to YouTube. I'll say this, at least one person needs to be watching this stream to count as a stream. I learned that. Um, no one's watching your stream. I think YouTube doesn't count it. So the point to that is guilt tripping one friend is worth more than 1,000 people. I mean, having one friend, you know, and then pressuring them into stay because taking advantage of their compassion and kindness and exploiting it brutally to eventually monetize yourself is a good lesson. A bad lesson in life. Don't do things for money, but you know, if you want to, you can like and subscribe, super chats. Go to my FundMe page, gofundme.com/, why you should go to work again stream.com/rainycat. That's a real link. Rewind this part a few times to write that down and go there. Go find me. Oh. GoFundMe can be good. It's kind of nice to it's kind of interesting to see who's on there. One time I went on there thinking it was just a bunch of people who were asking for money, you know, making up reasons, but you actually have to be certified to a certain degree in your reason, provide some evidence, but in the end you could always fake it and just say I need something and ask for it. There was just this one person who said they wanted to get a guitar, and it's like I like that better than my sick mother is dying. Please give money for her procedure or anything. They just wanted a guitar. People had donated a few bucks so they could get a guitar. Not sure if that was real, but one I do know was real was there was this cool story of two firefighters living at home with their two little kids. But then a fire started, and they were able to get themselves and one of their kids out. except for the baby, because apparently where they were trying to get in was structurally unsound. They went in, not only could through that way could they die, but the baby might also die. But as firefighters, they knew what to do. They needed to get in through the window. Problem was they didn't really have the proper equipment to get into the window on time with as fast as the blaze was spreading. So they took their younger son, like just this boy of 6 or so, really young, really small, and said, "We're going to lift you through," and asked if he was willing to do it. And since it was his baby sister, he said yes. So his father lifted him up, his feet up with his hands. He went, plucked his little sister from the crib, and came back out. It was real because my, oh, do you mean the guitar? I think the guitar was real. Um, but this one was definitely real. Real. It was reported on the news outcasts and newscasts, and so the news broadcast that said, the kid saved his sister's life. He was just a little kid himself, but chose to be brave like his parents and help out. They started a GoFundMe page saying everything they had in the world was just burnt to ashes. They wanted like maybe $500, just something to work off of, since they literally had nothing left. But people were so touched by the story of that kid being so brave to save his baby sister from a fire, that the original expectation of a few $100s or a few $1,000s, they got like 500 grand or something like that. Uh, it's just nice because it goes to show people like just a story of just simple heroism resonates with people. Actual, just pure brave act. And they really didn't see it coming because their requested amount was very small. But because it got a little media coverage, they got money that I would say was well earned. People have definitely gotten money for worse reasons, and you know, saving your sibling's life. Mm, yeah, the news. I mean, that'd definitely be one of the more fantastical lies to tell out there. Hmm, that would be a depressing thought. I feel like something like that might actually happen in real life, you know, but I went just to look to see how much it had made, and that's actually how I learned of GoFundMe, reading that story and seeing what's a GoFundMe link. Mhm. Much do I have left to go? Let's see. You asked that a little while ago. Let's find out. Just crazy. It's so big that literally just calculating the cost I need to fly around for it to render in. I've never had that happen with even an entire biome I'm building. Missing 25,000 about. So during this stream I think I placed about 5,000 light blue stained glass, maybe, because I think it was at 30,000 last time. You know what? I am certain that I placed 5,000 light blue stained glass. And, if you want, you can always, any naysayers can go back and manually count and see if that's not the situation. Uh, good luck. Wait a sec. Welcome to the stream, Adam. Literally. Wouldn't it make sense that you stop watching me stream and just actually come here and just watch me do what I'm doing on streaming instead of, watching a stream where I'm doing it? So you're watching yourself, watching me, watching yourself streaming. Oh my gosh. Ever since you talked about those chocolate snails and I made them with the actual snail included, I've always wanted to try one. It looks really tasty. Wonder if maybe they sell them. I'm sure someplace sells them. I think I will. Someone asks, "Why are you breaking your rule of not eating a ton of sweets?" I'll be like, "It's for important, critical research that will benefit humanity." Maybe. Possibly. Okay, probably not, but GG. This would go a lot faster if I asked some people to just load the same schematic and help me place all these blocks in survival. But I just never vibed with it. I have, I'll let you guys know, had a lot of my friends help me get this light blue stained glass, just smelting it, dyeing it, and everything. But I just feel like I should place all the blocks of the castle I designed myself, both in creative and now in survival. Someone stole all your glass. How could they? I c How could they do such a thing as going to your chest, taking some shulkers, filling it up, then getting dye and uh, you know, dyeing it light blue and then using it as if it's their own glass while on a live stream, making a castle. I can't believe them. The audacity. Okay, you didn't have much of that. Let's be honest there. Not that I know. That's just an educated guess. Besides, it's not like I have trust to your base. Yes. Yes, there is still a lot to do. Kinda glad I built this in creative because if I had started in survival, the sheer amount of block placing would have been discouraging, and I would definitely would have scaled down the size. In fact, it'd be absurd to even visualize creating it in survival. So by designing it in creative and then placing it in survival block by block, um, I'm obligated to fill it out at the size it is rather than reduce the size, make things easier. In other words, I'm committed to it as soon as I saved that hologram. Chocolate snails. Adorable and delicious. What's your I do want to know if anyone has watched this far into the stream. So let me know by letting me know what your favorite food on this castle is. Just in the comments. I doubt anyone has gotten this far into the stream besides Adam. But here it is, the candy castle. And I'd like you to tell me what the tastiest part of it looks like to you. I'm not gonna lie, I just if this were an actual thing, I would just take all the strawberries and eat them with some chocolate. Yes. Okay. Mhm. Oops. Oops, wondering. That's a good chunk of it done, actually. That's a lot. If you want to see how much of it, let me show you once more. The darker part is the part that's finished, and kind of the glowing part is the part that isn't. Not a lot seem like much, but okay, get out. This is 50,000 blocks of blue stained glass that I have to place, and we're already over halfway through. So some might be like, well, why haven't you finished placing just one block in a few streams? But others might be like, wow, you placed that many blocks, about 25,000 so far in that short amount of time. Which do you think? Wow, that's a lot of blocks, or why haven't you finished in one stream? Welcome back. You have no idea how much light blue glass stained placement you've missed. What? No, no. This is a new update by Mojang. Totems look this way. Have your skin for everyone. Everyone is now being saved by Adam, the silly house. Could you imagine? I'm so sorry. Yes, you did miss the part where I was placing light blue stained glass. All those things all rolled up into one. Mhm. Oh boy, that's just a few blocks to go, then I'll be done with this whole castle. There we go. Is it complete? No. Or now? Nope. Or maybe. n- Okay, you get the idea. I'm gonna tell anyone watching the stream right now my inspiration for this castle, this candy castle, why it came about, why I'm building it right now. And the inspiration is my in real life friend who is going on a low carb diet. In other words, no sugar, pretty much no bread, nothing sweet. And in support of my friend, I am also going on that diet. Starting a diet when you're in the mood is really, really easy, really, really fun for the first bit, for maybe a week. You're like, I can do this. The pounds are going to fall off, and you feel good about your decision. Yeah, but then after that initial time, the diet is horrifying. You want to eat all the sweets that you can't have, You start visualizing them uh, to the point where I've actually helped with the diet and support, and I have also lost weight. So that's good. I've gotten healthier, gotten more energy. But oh boy, I'd give up all that energy and lost weight for a stack of ice cream. No consequence. Just eat it. Literally had dreams about eating just stuffing my face with sweets. It's not so hard for my friend who I'm supporting. Doesn't have much of a sweet tooth, but I do. And so I started making this. The reason I made this, I'm not sure. Part of me tells me it's to help me cope with this diet, to make it easier. But part of me, literally, a real part of me, is actually looking at this bill saying, I want to eat this and drooling. So I'm not sure whether this is an expression of my pain or an expression of my joy. I think it's kind of both. Yeah, a big piece of chocolate without consequence. I would, that would be wonderful. That would be glorious. I guess that's why I said you need a pretty powerful reason to design and make your own castle. And my reason, of all things, is hunger. Not like I'm actually hungry, but there's something called mouth hunger where you're just, you want to put something into your mouth and taste something. That kind of hunger when you just want food. And all the things that I've built on here are things that I want. Partly. More of a pie person than a cake person, but a lot of this is cakes. And that's because cakes are visually just more appealing than pies. Whether you're a pie person or a cake person, a really fancy cake just looks more colorful and elaborate than a pie. So sometimes I've gone for looks rather than what I actually like, but by and large, anything on here, I'd stuff in my face if I could. Pies are amazing. How many people have that problem with their Minecraft builds that they're creating, looking at it and getting distracted from the drooling? It actually has been a real problem over the months where sometimes I just sit back and instead of thinking of what to build, I think, man, I really want to eat that. Anyway, I said in the middle of the stream, and I will say it here at the end. Let me know what your favorite dessert is. If it's one that I haven't included in my castle, I might actually do it. Or if it's already included, then you'll get to see it eventually. This stream I'm making for the Candy Castle is eventually going to be in a smooth time lapse. So if you don't prefer these kind of long, chill streams, it will eventually be in a beautiful cinematic time lapse. And I think you'll enjoy that too. So have a nice night.